Do you ever open your books determined to study and the next minute you're waking up from dreamland? And then you check and it's already 2 hours gone. Yeah, me too. But here's how I broke that habit and stayed wide awake while studying. I'm sharing real fixes, no filter, no caffeine involvement, which is actually bad though. But before we go into those real fixes to help you stop dozing off while studying, you need to know exactly why you keep sleeping off while studying. So come with me as we go into this section of what makes you sleep every time. The first thing I have here is lack of sleep. Let's be real to ourselves. We're students, we're tired, we go out in the morning and come back late in the evening. Our body needs rest. So when you want to pick up that book, your body will just be like, man, girl, keep it, sleep. You get that feeling, right? The lack of sleep, the too much, activities of a student can make them sleep every time they're studying. The second thing, and this is something I hate, is boring study materials. The handouts they give to you, they're so boring. Like the biology I'm reading right now, it's too boring. I can't, there's no flow and I don't enjoy reading it and I sleep immediately. So boring study materials, boring textbook, boring courses can make you sleep off while studying them. Another thing is reading in bed, lying down, or reading in bed or lying down. If you're that kind of student that always reads in bed or that always reads while lying down, come on, you're prone to sleep while studying. Next is bad timing. You're reading when your body's telling you, girl, go sleep. Girl, boy, go sleep. You need to know when you're actually active. You need to know your own time because your time is different from every other person. Forget your friends are telling you they're morning persons and you know that you're actually a night person. You do better at night and then you want to do it in the morning when you need to rest. You keep on sleeping off. Finally, it's passive studying. You're reading your materials without engaging. You're not discussing. You're just looking at it in a boring way. You're not practicing active recall. The brain hates boredom. You will just sleep off. So now we know the causes of why you keep sleeping off while studying. But before we go further, I want to ask you this question and I'll need you to drop the answer in the comments. What's the difference between necessary and unnecessary sleep? Please let me know. I just want this to be interactive, so please drop it down in the comments. Tell me what's the difference between necessary and unnecessary sleep. Let's go into the real fixes to help you stop sleeping off while studying. First thing you need to do is to analyze yourself to know when you're most active, because when you're studying when you're not active, you're prone to sleep. Like me, I analyze myself and I'm actually a morning or afternoon person. I can't read at night. Night is for me to sleep, So how will you do this? Study in the morning, study in the afternoon, study in the evening. Know when you're more alert, when you're more engaged, and when you enjoy studying more. That is actually your time. Secondly, you need to make studying fun by teaching out loud. There are some courses, they are like reading courses, no calculations. These courses, you have to read them like you're teaching it to somebody. Like for me, the course Foundation of Nursing. I can remember very well those things, even though it's very bulky, because when I'm reading, I would read it as if I'm teaching people. Maybe I'm defining something, I'll define it as, it should just be interactive, your eyes will be open, and I usually start by studying. It helps to keep me, alert. It helps to make it fun because you don't want your material to be boring by just looking at it. Third, you need to move that body. It has been sitting down for way too long. So stand up, make a turn, do a dance, do a 5-minute walk just to, get your brain active because your brain hates boredom. It hates being dull. It hates being unalive. So make it alive, make it engaged, stand up and make a movement. You're in charge, so you need to take control of your environment. You're reading in your room with dim lighting setup. You don't have water by your side. Come on, step up there. Change that bulb in your room, make it very bright so that in the night, if you're a night person, when you want to sleep, it will just enter your eye, you'll be like, I'm awake again. Or if you're a person that likes music, I don't like music, play some soft lo-fi music in the background and always have water by your side because you need to stay there. You need to be hydrated because reading dehydrates you, honestly. Again, sit up and do not lie down. Use a desk, not a bed. One of my favorite ones is that you need to switch subjects often to avoid monotony because it can become boring when you're just reading one subject all over and over again. Come on, you've been reading this subject for 5 hours. Your brain is telling you, I'm tired, please let's do something else. Okay, so always change subjects. If you read this for an hour, go into another subject the next hour, go into another subject the next hour. So your brain will, have new things, stay awake and enjoy the whole process. Another thing is that you need to avoid heavy meals before studying. Okay, you want to study in the night, and you're loading yourself up with enough eba. My dear, sleep go finish you like this. So make sure you avoid heavy meals before you want to study. There's a girl I know, she can't study if she eats. She likes studying before eating. And I'm somehow like that, because if I eat, I'll start feeling sleepy, especially at night, not in the afternoon, especially at night, I'll start feeling sleepy. So know how you are. Try changing environments for a fresh vibe. It will give your brain this fresh look. I said it before, your brain hates boredom. It likes freshness, it likes new things. So change your environment. If you've been studying with this particular stuff in this particular place, try going to the library. Maybe it's just your environment is too boring, and there's a 100% chance that you will do better in the library if you move out. And also try group readings. They are very, very essential, because when you want to sleep, your friends will tap you and be like, it will be this now. Go and put your face out, we have to read this thing, So I use that this semester, and it's 100% effective. Maybe it's not effective for some people, but also try to look at the materials first before going to the group, so I not be like a dumb person. So we've come to the end of this video, and trust me, sleeping off while studying is a universal problem. I don't think there's anybody that does not have to face with this problem, but these small tickling changes can make a big difference. Let me know if there are any other tips that can help to reduce studying. Let me know in the comment section. I remember the question I asked, what is the difference between necessary and unnecessary sleep? Please put it down in the comment section. I need your answers, I need your reviews. Yeah, so this is a video on stop sleeping off while studying. Thank you so much for tuning with me on this session, on another of my video. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait, click that subscribe button, like the video, and share it to who you know you can find it helpful. Bye.